noise. Also,
That's
so
because I have
not
cheap
just that.
shit. This is like $15 nonsense.
No.
Well, at least you're willing to admit that it's $15 nonsense.
Yeah.
Don't you dare say anything bad about Apple.
Apple can suck a dick.
You know what? I probably disagree. I bought a new laptop a while back. I'm actually using it right now, but it had an update that didn't go through, so I almost threw it out the window this weekend.
I was on the phone with Chris.
Yeah, you were. That's right. Yeah. Well, it happened. That went on for 2 days. That went on for 2 days trying to get
the update.
Trying to get this update to go.
Well,
Yeah.
What is it? Windows 10?
Yeah, it's Windows 10.
Man, I'm firing up XP tomorrow, man.
I know, right?
Dude,
I'm throwing XP back in. XP was the shit.
They still patched it, man. I'd still rock it.
You turn off all that extra bullshit that went on in the background and all those big ass icons and shit, and just kept it basic. That shit ran great.
Yeah, man.
You know what operating system never has issues?
Flip phone technology.
Any one of Apple's.
Huh?
I said any one of Apple's.
So what's funny is my work computer has Windows 10, but it's Windows 10 like the business version, and it works so smooth. There's just so much bloatware built into these computers when you buy them.
Yeah, all this.
You have to turn off like Cortana. Your online. I don't need an online assistant.
Like, there's a lot of bloatware built into me.
You know, I hated I hated Windows when they went with the whole tile system on their desktop. I rock an old school desktop. I ain't fucking with those tiles.
Yeah, you can get around it. You can get around it. This computer I have is actually a 2-in-1 because it's almost impossible to buy a laptop that's not at this point. So it's a tablet also, which is cool because I can draw on it and stuff. But some of the functionality between
some drawings. Welcome to Tech Talk here.
Shout out to the guy who wanted a diorama project. I told him how much it was. I told him when I could start. Told him I was going to do a drawing. He said, okay. I did the drawing. About 2 hours worth of work. Sent it to him. And for 3 days, he reads my messages and doesn't respond. So I told him I'm moving on to other projects.
Dude, what if he comes back next week like, hey, sorry, something's going on. Do you give that guy a second chance? I don't think that you should.
Well, I mean,
just half up front.
Hey, once he gives me the deposit, that's a game changer.
You know, everything's all good and everybody's all down to do whatever until they hear the fucking price.
And Chris, if that thing's generic enough, you can still make it anyway.
Yeah, this is like you remember the damn near dollhouse I made a while back for Sunday Heat? It was like that big, so it wasn't very generic.
It was the same shit back in the day with beats. You know? How much for this beat? How much for that beat? And you send the price, and then we're like, well, you got anything that's cheaper? Yeah, I got no drums and one pants.
I got my 4-year-old nephew in the kitchen, unsupervised for about 3 minutes.
I'm at the top of the steps. I got some pots and pans. Hold on, throw it down the steps. There's your beat.
The kid outside's beating on some on a bucket. I'll go outside and mic him up. That's what I'll do. So shit. Support your local artists is all I'm going to say. Let's get rolling here. What's up, party people? Welcome to Enter the Realm, episode 147. The Realm of Collectors podcast. Pull up a chair at the cool table, a group of like-minded shows and podcasts featuring this one, Enter the Realm, Shattercast Uncut, Nerd Rage Radio, Plastic Fanatics, Beer and Bolters 40K, 8 Weeks, Stasis Lock, Toy Detox, Building Up to It, Fresh Communication, and Breaking the Mold. I really need to redo my list here. If you haven't recorded anything this year, you're coming off the list. Cobra Law Records music available on Nathan Haskell's Bandcamp, including his latest album of Cabbages and Kings. You can send your What's in the Fucking Box and Shelf Life videos to
Enter the Realmcast at gmail.com.
You fucking sniped me, you cocksucker. Nice.
You find the Realm on Facebook. Our Facebook is Realm Collectors. We have a pretty active group there. Our Instagram is at Realm of Collectors, where Antoine is putting in work. And follow the hashtag Realm of Collectors to see what the rest of the realm is up to. Our website is realmofcollectors.com. And if you're listening on an audio format, such as iTunes, Podbean, Podcast Addict, Google Play, give us a 5-star rating because that's what all the cool kids are doing. This episode of Enter the Realm is brought to you by Agabucks.com. Agabus is the official e-tailer of the Realm of Collectors. Visit Agabucks.com today for all your masterpiece and third-party Transformer needs. $5.95 flat rate shipping, free shipping on orders over $150. Price matching with other online retailers and Agabucks, the same as cash reward system. Visit Agabucks.com today for details. Show is also brought to you by Crashbox Customs, the official Mezco supplier of the Realm of Collectors. Visit Crashbox Customs on social media for all your Mezco 1/12 needs, and mention Realm when ordering for a surprise gift. Don't forget to check out the giveaway on the Crashbox Customs Instagram that's going on right now. My name is Chris Pinkerton. If you're nasty, joining me tonight is the Jackal Squad-ish. We're just the Jackal Squad from now on, no matter who's here. Let's do some intros going across the bottom of my Google Hangout screen. One of the sickest men in America, ladies and gentlemen, the Brinkalizer Brian Brink.
What's up, everybody? Almost 2 weeks, still sick. Woo! Lovely.
Shout out to 3.
Yeah. Oh, no ways, 3.
I don't know. I got a couple of days before you.
System of an infant.
I got it a couple of days before you.
I used to be strong as an ox.
Strong like bull.
Someone told me that I might be what do you call it? I might be starting to get those allergies, like because I never had allergies before, and now all of a sudden they're like,
oh shit.
Now you're getting them because you're getting old. Like,
they're gonna put you in a bubble, the brink in the bubble.
I can deal with everything else being old, but
the brink in the plastic bubble.
Like this fucking allergy business.
Hey, speaking of being allergic, I don't know where I'm going with that. My own personal thunder thief, young Daniel, is with us tonight. What are you allergic to, Dan?
He's thinking. Where?
Cats, dust, and grass.
So you're allergic to cats, but you have cats.
You can't hang around me, and you can't smoke. Do all that.
Pretty sad life.
Now the cats aren't that bad anymore. I think I've got it mostly under control.
So have you had those cats since they were kittens?
Oh yeah.
So what I've always been told is if you have a cat from like when it was a kitten, you get used to its dander or whatever, or your body does. Not that you get used to it.
Dander.
Because my daughter is allergic.
Dander. Such a fucked up word.
Dander. It's such a horrible but delightful word. My daughter's allergic to cats on paper, but we have cats and they don't bother her at all.
I was floating in the air on a cloud of dander.
Isn't dander really just cat dandruff or dog dandruff?
That's all it is. Yeah, that's
horse dandruff.
It's funny, whenever I take Oreo to the vet, there's fucking dandruff everywhere. And I was talking with the vet, and she says when cats get excited and scared, they produce more dander.
She's got nervous scalp.
Yeah, it's like it's like a psoriasis fucking pore that just.
Does your cat suffer from nervous scalp? Try Damocel, the feline dandruff treatment.
Fucking cat.
Hey, speaking of feline dandruff, ladies and gentlemen, Jisquan is with us.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Hey, your head looks weird. It's like a completely different shape. You don't look like you don't have your princess. You don't have your Princess Leia's.
I know. Yeah, what's happening? To answer the question that you didn't ask me, I don't think I'm allergic to anything. I mean, other than like just seasonal allergies, I don't think I'm allergic to anything.
Yeah, that new mic sounds like shit.
Not even
really?
Yeah, it might be the mic, man. It might be a bad mic. You might have a bad mic, dude.
Maybe you're allergic to Yetis.
Maybe
that's what it is.
So that.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just fucking around with it. You tell me when it's good or bad. Let me turn the screen up a tiny bit.
Maybe you'll make the magic happen. Speaking of making the magic, ladies and gentlemen, the Rockfather himself is with us tonight. Dust Mites.
Yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Enter the Motherfucking Realm.
And since we're doing this, apparently, what are you allergic to?
I don't, I was never really anything doctor-wise allergic. I'm not on paper to be allergic to anything, but every once in a while, I'll drink a certain beer and sneeze a couple of times.
Really?
Weird. So it might be the hops or something that's in a certain beer, like Samuel Adams does it.
The barley.
Yeah, it might be some of the craft beers. I'll just have like a sneezing rampage. Like I'll sneeze 12 times in a row.
Have you ever eaten barley soup?
No. Look at me. Do I even look like I ever had barley soup?
Eater, though. For real, you look like you're a soup eater, bro.
Nah, you barely eat soup, right?
Barely.
Soup's for sick people.
I barley eat soup.
That I've been told by my local.
I've had soup every day for 2 weeks. So fucking kill me.
But are you normally a soup eater?
Maybe.
Oh, here he comes. Watch out, Can. He'll fuck you up. Oh, here he comes. He's a soup eater.
Yo, man, we're gonna work on the R.O.C. Album where we're just gonna be just. It's all gonna be just fucking crazy.
It's well here Brink comes.
Here Brink comes. You know, but honestly, man, I could fuck up some really good chicken soup. Listen, or a nice chicken tortellini. I could really fuck that up.
Listen, KJ makes some chicken noodle soup. That'll change your life.
That's awesome.
How do you guys feel about celery in your soup?
Very little. If it's chicken noodle, I could do little.
It's good for like a little bit of crunch, but I mean,
I can tolerate.
You know what I like in a chicken noodle soup is if you take Parmesan cheese. Anybody put Parmesan cheese in that?
No, I haven't heard of that one.
Oh man, that shit's banging. It's banging.
Yeah, you know what I do sometimes. You know how you buy some soup and sometimes it's
I'm not saying. Hold on. I'm not saying like lay a piece of mozzarella and put it in the oven and melt it. I'm talking the sprinkled Parmesan.
So don't make French onion out of it.
Don't make a French onion out of it. I'm just saying. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Brian. But
oh no, I just want to say if you want to add some body, or not some body, but some more. Some ingredients to your soup, because sometimes some soups they're more soup than ingredients.
Yeah.
I found that if you just take some like angel hair pasta and cut it up into like fourths, break it up into fourths and dump it in there.
He said,
all right.
I thought he said so. Like I find that you just take some angel dust and
you get some
angel dust home.
Get yourself some extra noodles in there. You know?
Welcome to ETR. Enter the recipe.
Let me ask you guys a question. So. Campbell's soup, like one of my favorite soups. If I just want to get down on some Campbell's soup, is Campbell's double noodle. It's literally
I cannot fuck with Campbell's soup.
So it's just noodles.
No, I'm serious. It's literally
just noodles.
It's noodles and chicken. But when you guys like get a can of Campbell's, you're supposed to put like a can of soup and then like a whole can of water. Do you guys put the whole can of water?
No, very little. Very little.
Yeah, I just put a little bit. So KJ's like, nope. Whole can of water. I'm like, and then she won't even finish the broth. I'm like,
shout out to Chicken and Stars.
Yes. Chicken and Stars.
You know, if I do fuck with a canned soup, it's like a Progresso or a or what do they call that? The chunky soup.
Yeah,
the chunky joints. But I can honestly say I can't remember the last time I had a can of soup. It's got to be easily 6-7 years.
We keep some here, just honestly, just
the zombies. The zombies.
Yeah, kind of that, and we have a case of ramen pretty much at all times. Mason loves ramen.
Yo, is this better?
But I could go for a really good homemade chicken soup.
Absolutely fucking worse. I don't know what you just did, but never do it again.
Man,
I wish I had that. I wish I had that absolutely fucking not meme. I'm Dan and Joy.
I love that one.
Come on, just pull that condom off. I think that might be fucking what's.
Does that make a world of difference right there?
No, not really. Yeah. It's still still not great.
Who said Osobuco? I don't even know what that is.
Osobuco. What was that soup?
Somebody said I'll destroy
I'll destroy a minestrone with Osobuco.
I think
wasn't that the guy from fucking Sopranos that had the fucking restaurant?
No, that's Artie Bucco.
Oh, that was Artie Bucco. I'm
making my way through that. So.
Oh man, what a great watch, man! What a great. Is this your first time?
Oh no.
Oh yeah. I do at least. Sometimes I do it. Sometimes, honestly, guys, I'll watch that twice a year. I'll run through it twice a year.
So we're in Kayla and I have been watching it at night. We're in season 4. So we're I think Ralphie's left what's his name's widow and tried to shack up with Janice and she kicked him down the stairs. Ro.
Ralphie made it going.
Yeah. So much good, and that holds up so well, man. It really
does, man.
One of my favorite episodes that just watches the Pine Barrens.
Oh yeah, mix it with the relish.
I don't feel like Sopranos holds up that well.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't.
We should have stopped at Roy Rogers, and I should have fucked Dale Evans.
I mean, the lines are funny, but like, there's a lot of stuff to me that it just feels dated when I watch it. Like even just the way they film shit. Dude, there's one scenes, especially like when the mom, in real life, the mother who plays Olivia, she dies.
Yeah.
So they have to fucking like CG her in there.
Yeah, they had to. And it was early 90s.
It was the beginning of season 3, episode 1. And the thing is, they didn't have to do that to tell the story. I don't know why they felt the need to do that.
Dude, her head looks like a fucking body. And then there's one where it's like a cat is sitting outside of fucking Satrial's, but like it's like a fucking lion. The cat is huge as fuck.
One of my favorite scenes is when Vito gets caught with the fucking security guard. The face that he makes when he looks up from blowing the guy.
Johnny Cakes. Hey, Johnny Cakes.
Oh my god,
shit, dude! I totally forgot. I still have that coming up.
Oh yes, you do, my friend.
I've forgotten all about that. Yeah,
when he gets caught in the club. Hey guys, it's just a joke. I'm joking. He's wearing chaps and leather, and he's doing this.
I forgot all about that.
I'm joking.
Yeah, Adriana just got busted. You know,
man, I could do a whole fucking show with us talking about Sopranos, man.
So let's roll on down the river. And a little segment I like to call "What'd you get?" Other than full-blown AIDS and a sore throat, Brian, what did you get?
I got a new hat.
A little Carhartt action, huh?
And that's it.
You doing some drywalling this week?
Yeah, maybe. No, I'm gonna be walking down with a fucking slick beat when I'm walking down the street with my Carhartt stuff on. If you know that reference, that's
I love me some Carhartt. I've got a lot of Carhartt.
Luke Cage reference. But,
yeah.
All right, that sucked. Must be the cold. Oh well.
I appreciated it, Brian. I just don't understand.
I thought Dust would chime in. Maybe he's on mute.
No, I'm here.
All right.
I actually had that. I had that exact hat in black back when I worked construction. And
I would have loved it in black.
It had.
I used to have the old school Carhartt. It was kind of like a fitted, and it had like the fold outs that you could put over your ears underneath it.
Nice.
So the fucking hat was like this big on your fucking head. Shout out to hip hop in the late 80s, early 90s, man.
Yeah, they brought Carhartt to the urban scene.
Oh hell yeah. Oh, he ain't working. And if he is working, he's working the corner.
That's right. You had to get the Carhartt to match your Timbs.
That's it.
Dan.
I got the ever coveted Deuce Egg this week.
Ooh.
Oh, anybody on the soundboard here? Nope.
I don't got a Deuce Egg. I don't got nothing on the Deuce Egg.
A soundboard that we could just play throughout the night.
There you go. Go ahead.
I'll look that up at some point. How to do a soundboard here, just to have it on standby.
Can someone do it an animated fucking whammy that like walks across the screen?
Great, dude. I love that.
Stop on a whammy.
Really, this show takes no skill whatsoever. Like, anybody can play that. Fucking press your luck.
Yo, have you ever seen? It's not press your luck, but have you ever read the article about the guy who like hacked The Price Is Right? No. Have you ever read that article? So there was a guy. It was when Drew Carey was, I guess he still is the host or whatever. But him and his wife studied Price is Right for like 3 years and noticed the same things come up all the time. Like the prices for stuff, they always come up. They're always the same price. So they like made a spreadsheet and all this crazy shit. And she was in the crowd feeding him. He won everything.
Everything. She was feeding him.
Well, I mean, he knew most of it, but she was just, feeding him stuff. But they've changed the rules and stuff now.
Fucking Drew Carey brought him into the back room. Which hand did you cheat with?
Yeah,
bam, you want the hammer? You want the hammer, or do you want the couch?
That's kind of how when you read the article, that's kind of how it almost was. They're like, how the fuck did you do this?
Like some old school casino shit.
Yeah. And Chris, the old Press Your Luck, someone actually did memorize a pattern to those squares lining up in the circle.
Really?
Yeah. That was kind of interesting too.
Oh. All right, Jisk.
You're gonna have to skip me. I got a visitor. Hold on.
Oh boy. All right.
There's your R rating right there.
All right. Wow, we're demonetized now. Nothing on the bot wise, but I did finally get to open up the Ocular Max cassettes, and they are pretty fucking dope. Rumble and their Frenzy, nice, really good fucking editions. Very posable, cool transformation. So if you don't got that set, I recommend it. But this came in today, and I had to frame it because it's fucking awesome.
Oh, hello. Nice.
Wow. What size is that?
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right, yeah. It's a basic 24 by 36.
And I thought it was just a typical giant size.
Oh, you thought that was the actual comic cover? Oh, okay. Dude, that should be the thumbnail.
Damn. None of these jokes are hitting tonight. All right.
I got it, man. That was a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little something in in one of the, I think probably in the living room where those big fucking towering shelf joints that I got rid of. Where I'm gonna do something with that, and maybe put some comics around it in Mylars or get them framed too, but something like that. So, really cool fucking print.
So I saw your photos on the tapes. So why did you wait so long to get those?
I wasn't sure if I wanted to go that route, and I thought maybe the masterpiece is fine, and I was like, they might be too big. And then, of course, you see reviews, especially with Bobby's review, how he had the pictures where he showed side by side and when they looked like together and what they did look like with Soundwave, and had nothing to do with the transformation or anything. I'm like, I want to get it, but it was through, a couple of months, and I was trying to save some money, and I was buying some other shit, and I kind of fell out of love. I said, I'll get them, and then I couldn't find them anywhere. So one night I was looking online for some stuff and looking for a certain item, and they didn't have that item, but they had these guys, and Rumble was sold out. And I remember what happened with Jaguar. Once Jaguar was gone, it took them until now to do a reissue. I just fucking pulled the trigger and just said, fuck it, do it. You're gonna want them, and I love them, man. They look great. They look really fucking good. So two things. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna ask you. I never mind. I can see back there. You have them posed with the. You have them both posed with the arms.
No, just Rumble. Just Rumble and Frenzy's just regular. I don't. Yeah, Frenzy did use the pistons here and there, but it seems like to me, in what I remember from the cartoon, it was
first we crack the shell.
It's a Rumble thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Frenzy is chilling right with the Energon cubes and shit like that on the shelf, and it really, I mean, everybody says they're too big, but I don't know. When you put them there with MP Soundwave, it kind of looks good to me. It looks good. It works. It works for me. And now it kind of, I don't regret selling Jaguar, but because I still think that's a little bit too big, kind of like how the birds are really too big.
See, I don't know, man. I think you were hemming and hawing about it. I think you need it to go with those because it doesn't look right with the little one.
Yeah, man. I mean, I took the little ones right off the shelf, and if you look, they're right. I put them up here. They're up above on the cone head shelf just until I put them away. But really, really fucking great engineering on there. Super posable. The only thing two things I didn't like, it was there's no wrist swivel. That was kind of like a downer, but it's fine. It's fine. And I think the guns on the back are a little too small. They could be a little bit bigger.
So are the guns in the back, are they incorporated into the transformation?
No, actually, well, they kind of are. They kind of they fold up and they hide inside. So when you pull the top part off, they're actually inside like a holding spot, and they're all folded up, and you just pull them out. So they're not really incorporated into the transformation, but they kind of are because they're like hidden in there. They hide in a little spot. But yeah, I really had a great time transforming them. It really not hard, simple, but satisfying transformation, and the engineering was pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool on them.
Look at Chris taking an interest in transforming robots.
No, he's just trying to stretch this out until Jis comes back.
No, it's fine. I was curious. I mean, I know that I honestly thought that was an interesting direction that they were going when they announced Jaguar, and then when they did the two birds. Well, no, they came. Did they come next, or did they come after the two
birds? I think the birds, they were in between.
Okay. Yeah, the birds seem a little big on some spots, but I don't know, man. They might be all right because if you look at the animation, it was a little bit bigger.
They're really fucking big. It's like fucking. It's like, hey, Snuffy. It's pretty fucking big. All right, we lost Jis, and we're not going to find out what he got this week.
Real quick, you also had your pink lady. You opened her up this past week, right?
Yeah. Didn't we talk about that last week?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we talked about her last week. I didn't get around. These guys sat for a couple of weeks, like 2 weeks. I didn't get around to it, and then I had some time on Sunday, and I said, I got to open these guys up, and I'm glad I did because I really had a good time. It's been a long time since I had fun transforming something and fucking with it and posing it, and then once you put it on in a DTOF, and you're just like, wow, this looks fucking right. It really does. So run out and get those guys.
All right. Mine is stuck in my R.O.C order, which hopefully should be coming someday.
Yeah, I mean for the price, I mean I'm trying to remember what I pay, like $150 for the set or less than that, $140 for the set plus shipping or something like that. So they're really, really fucking dope. Really good fucking superposable. Really good articulation on them.
So it looks like we've lost just maybe for.
Yeah, I was gonna say, am I fucking stretching it enough? That's all I got.
Just Cat looks like one of his kids is having some illness right now, so he's gonna take care of that.
So, Chris, did you get anything this week?
I did. I got some pre-orders in and picked up some random stuff. First thing, shout out to Paul C. Seems like I shout Paul out a lot. Paul is found me more Simpsons stuff, so I actually have it here, and I'll go through it. And I have to give Paul credit. If you guys ever need to hire somebody to pack up your stuff, Paul is your guy. So these Simpsons were carded. There's no sense in sending me carded. But what does he do? He sends me the cards. He individually bags every single freaking figure. It's amazing. So thank you, Paul. So what did I get? I got this is Doug. And I'm really struggling to know where Doug's from. But I don't know what episode Doug's from.
Is that when
Homer that's when he goes back to college, yeah.
Okay, so he's got a computer and all this shit. So is that who he? Okay. So he has a hat that says Petting Zoo on it. So I got Doug.
Hey, Doug.
Unbelievably, I didn't have Lenny. But there's Lenny.
Really?
Yeah.
You have Carl?
Yeah, I have Carl. And
yeah, you gotta have Lenny, man.
Daredevil Bart.
Gotta have Daredevil Bart.
And idly ho, neighbor Rooney. It's Scout Leader Paul Anders.
Oh
wow! Hey Chris, do they have one where he like has no shirt on and he's all buffed out?
I don't know if they do or not.
Dude, if they don't, that's a fail.
You know what? They have a Willie like that. I should buy an extra one of those and an extra Flanders.
Actually, no, that'd be a good one to have.
Make me one. And then once again, all the cards. Thank you. I'll get to those, and then probably my favorite thing that he picked up was the Moe's Tavern with exclusive Duffman.
Nice.
Duffman.
Man, I like that you're getting more and more, man. So how much closer are you to be done?
Let's see if it works. Hang on. Nope, some of these still work, believe it or not. So, last I looked,
7,495 to go.
No, last I looked, I was at like 51 left after these.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Lance K sent me some pictures of I don't know if it's a shop or what that has a bunch, but they're loose and it's kind of challenging to figure out what's what. So I don't know if I'll get to those or not.
And then it's like some places think they're gold, so it just matters on price wise,
Yeah, I think all this was. I think it was $75, maybe not quite that much. But this playset was pretty pricey. It's actually hard to find. I hadn't seen this one. No, I think he saw it once before, but yeah, I'm glad I got that. I had a pre-order that hit for the amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Carnage.
Wow, look at that, huh?
Yeah, he's wild as hell, man.
He's got a lot of fucking spores.
Yeah, this is an amazing figure. This is probably the best one they've done. Do what?
Right on.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot. The joints are a lot tighter, the abdomen and whatnot. I really like it. I don't know too terribly much about the character. I know it's one of the symbiotes from Venom, but really cool. I got a new Hot Toys Marvel figure, and you'll never see it coming. Picked up the Mandarin from Hot Toys for a really good price.
From the movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
I get that a lot.
I did not see that coming.
I actually enjoyed Trevor's portrayal of him I thought it was good. I like the way they did the character. But it comes with a chair and everything, so it's pretty cool. Anyways, it was cheap, all things considered. I went to Ollie's and was lucky enough to pick up the Justin L. Prophecy Triptychons, as I like to call them.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So I got to see one more of that fucking this week.
But how funny is that he did that as a joke, almost a year ago, and here they are?
Yeah.
I grabbed 3. I didn't keep any of them. They're all I pushed them back out of what I paid for them and make anything on them.
Yeah, it's like, you go in the groups and like such and such place doesn't have them. This Ollie's doesn't. You know what? There's no Trypticons in my ass. Just want to let you guys know there's none there.
One in your ass though.
I'm just saying. I just want to let people know because everybody's letting us know. Here we are with the Trypticon report.
Yeah, I'm in
the ones that sicken me are the ones where it's like, oh, I want $100 for this. And people are like, "Oh, you're fucking scalper." It costs a lot to.
It's a fucking ship nowadays, man.
It costs so much fucking money, dude.
Unbelievable. Yeah. And I know we've had this conversation so many fucking times. It's like people get out there and see what it is to fucking ship something.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
It's not 425 priority anymore like it was fucking 6 years ago.
It's like, I mean, priority starts at like, I think the cheapest I can ship anything priority is about $6. And that's like to you guys, like a state and a half over.
Yeah. Now they got zones. Every zone is a different price.
Yeah, I know if it's Texas or further west, I'm
just gonna fucking start fucking I'm gonna fucking raise a buzzard. To just fucking a homing buzzard.
So
take it away.
So while I've been in these ollies, I've been picking up. They bought out an overstock of DC and Marvel trades, so I've been buying a bunch of trades
at Ollie's.
At Ollie's,
really?
What have you been getting?
Anything good?
Yeah, I've picked up some good stuff. I picked up a Days of Future Past hardcover for like $12.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah!
It had everything, not just the original 2 issues. It had all the future stuff that
I guess. Honestly, it's still in the plastic. I haven't. It was sealed in plastic, but I picked up
a good read.
Secret Wars, the more recent one. A lot of just random stuff. I mean, it's like $3 for one of these.
Jesus, holler at us, man! Holler at us.
6 or 7 issue. Like 6 or 7 issues of a comic. So I picked up like the Captain Marvel one. I picked up a Doctor Strange, and this is all modern stuff. It's all the past 5-6 years of comics. So, but I mean, it's something to read, right? A bunch of just Deadpool stuff that either me or Mason will look through. Nothing just super amazing. But DC stuff, they had a ton of it. But that's
for those prices at $3-5, whatever you're saying, or even $10. It's great to just have laying around just to pick it up and just lay on the couch on a nice rainy day and just chill and read.
Yeah, I got a big Simpsons hardback book. They actually have if you've never been to an Ollie's, it's a kind of like Big Lots, but not as nice.
Yeah, it's a liquidator.
It's a liquidator place, but they have a section of coffee table books. So they'll have everything from the Simpsons, for example, to they'll have some Marvel and DC. Like I found.
Let me ask you: is there a coffee table book about coffee tables?
Kramer wrote one. It had legs, remember?
Yeah, it turns into.
It had legs, Jerry.
It turns into a coffee table.
That's right.
This guy's crazy. He's bonkos.
Was he on Regis and Kathy?
Yeah. He's bonkos. Look at this. I told you, guy. I told you this guy was crazy.
But yeah, so they'll have a book on World War II airplanes and all sorts of shit. But then they'll have some. I found the Man of Steel books there. Like the movie book, here's all the things that are from the movies. I found a little Spider-Man book for the kids there. So Ollie's is a cool place. They have some random ass toys in there from time to time.
Five Below's like that too a little bit. Yeah. If you guys have a Five Below, they have like this big table with some books, but I never seen like trade paperbacks or anything like that on there. But
yeah, I've never seen. I can't think of seeing.
Good catch. Next time you're there and you see something, just hit us up, man.
Man, I'll send you a picture. Like they had they had a gondola stacked.
I know it's a little fucking costly to ship books, but
listen, we see each other enough. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. So, okay, yeah, that wraps me up. I think.
Cool, man.
Yep.
So, Jisk, what'd you get?
I got 7 more Richter fans and
7 Richter fans,
dude.
I will say that I actually did not have a goose egg this week because I went Trypticon hunting as well.
Yeah,
and I did not find one, but they did have a Sharon Carter for $8, so I picked that up. So I didn't leave empty-handed.
It's funny that they had this random, and they had Sharon Carter at the one I went to as well. So it's like That's all they have with Sharon Carter.
Yeah.
It's like, how are these places getting all of one figure? Where's
nobody buying them?
I guess so. All right, so I think Transformers news as well was pretty dry this week.
There was a couple of things. I mean, there was like maybe 3 things we could have discussed, but I'd rather just bank them because it might not get any better right now. So
I think young Daniel has some.
What do you got, Dan? What do you got, Dan?
A couple other.
Wow, Dan's going to break out early, man. It's going to be a 3-man show for the last
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We got the realm with us.
Back in the day.
We're going to talk about things that may or may not have ruined our childhood. And,
well, if you remember back in the day, like the first couple of episodes entered the realm, it was a 3-4-man show originally. That's all it was.
And a girl.
And shout out, man. Anniversary's coming up.
That's right. Big money, big money, big money.
Keep
right.
Keep it here, people. Keep it here.
Go ahead, Dan, whenever you're ready.
All right.
Show us something, Daniel.
Not a lot this week, but some interesting stuff. Storm started out with this. They're showing some promo for, I believe this is Fist of the North Star.
Yes.
Not entirely sure what it is. I've heard of it. A lot of people are excited about this, but they'll be doing their take on Fist of the North Star in figure form.
There is a Game Boy game for this.
The Fist of the North.
Fix is completed.
Fix your computer.
Fist
of the North Stars. It was an anime. I mean, back when we were kids, before your time, Dan. It was real popular.
There was also a porn, but we're not going to get into
that. Existence wasn't. That's funny. But yeah, so if you don't know anything about Fist of the North,
Peter North Star.
No. Fisting Peter North Stars. Fish. No.
Sorry.
Went too far, Dan. Sorry.
I didn't mean to start that. I'm sorry, Dan.
But if you don't know what Fist of the North Star is about, maybe if you ask Victory Saber kindly enough, he may do a Plastic Fanatics on it.
Ooh. I don't know. Have they ever done toys of Fist of the North Star before? I'm sure somebody has.
I don't know.
I bet you James has them. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Because I would like to know a little more about it. It looks interesting enough from this one.
Yeah.
Emotional pick.
Nice.
But yes, Storm making them money moves.
That's right.
All right, coming up, here's
big money.
Here's the latest accessory that has been hidden from us. That is coming with the SH Figuarts Captain America from Infinity War.
Is that Namor's spear? I don't know what this is.
Is this a toiler? What's going on here?
This is Corvus Glaive's spear, or it's some version of it. But because I guess I don't remember what it looked like in the movie. But
one of the children of Thanos.
Black Orders, yes.
Hey, quick question. So the Revoltech Captain, I'm sorry, not Revoltech, excuse me. The SH Figuarts Captain America from, I believe, I don't even know which movie it's from. The last one, the one that's been out for a while, looks nothing like Chris Evans. And it looks like they took that same head sculpt and put a beard on it. Because this also looks nothing like Chris Evans.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Chris, is it this one that doesn't look like Chris Evans?
Done.
I think this is Civil War. I think
that one's
pull it back just a little bit.
I mean, it's not quite there.
Focus.
Put your hand behind it.
Focus it, damn it.
Focus.
Well, that's the one I'm talking about. I don't think it.
Focus, damn it, focus.
It's better than this, at least. I mean, at least you can kind of fake that it's Chris Evans. This, like, they just, like, all right here, just way off. Just does not look good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when this drops, I think later this month, maybe early next month, you will also be getting Corvus Glaive's iconic spear that appeared in the movie.
I didn't notice that they actually had rolled up sleeves on this figure. I actually think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's all I think. We just that a little fix. But that is the newest update for that. Oh, there's another picture.
Oh, look. There's stuff blowing up behind him.
Yes. All right. This was released early this morning, but this is going to be part of the Dragon Ball North America tour. And this is another event-exclusive item. This is another recolor of the SH Figuarts Perfect Cell from Dragon Ball Z, this time in his manga colors. You can see. I actually learned this morning, but I guess he was blue in these areas in the manga, whereas he was a little more of a purplish hue in the TV show.
Did they run out of blue ink when they were making the cartoon? Is that what it was?
When it comes to Dragon Ball, the best thing is just to let it be what it is, because they never explain anything. Like if you ask like the creator Akira Toriyama why something is the way it is, he'll just be like, "It just is."
Nice.
Because he's very lazy, but
okay.
Dragon Ball regardless. So that'll be cool.
Fair enough.
That tour comes around. Also in the SH Figuarts realm. We have We have, I don't know the name of this Godzilla, but is a Godzilla from the movie that is seen on Netflix, that animated one.
Is it?
I thought it was, the way I read the description, it was a new Godzilla from, like, there was a new Japanese movie out.
I thought that was the anime that just came out.
This looks like the movie one. Oh, no, I guess you're right.
It's like a cat. Why did they make Godzilla look like a cat?
You know, he does kind of look like a cat.
It looks like the new Beast in X-Men comics. Relax with that shit.
If you get a Godzilla as a kitten, you won't be allergic to him when he grows up.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Does Catzilla have dander?
Yeah. It's a very unique looking Godzilla.
Yeah.
And this for your monster lovers, there's a little ship from.
When was the last time you guys went back and watched some of the old school Godzillas, man?
Man, it's been forever.
The only way I could watch them now is when I dig out the old Mystery Science 3000 joints.
I like watching them. They're really cheesy, but
Rogor says he has some serious catitude.
He definitely does.
But someone in the chat, Tom in the chat said it's Shin Godzilla. Does that sound right?
No, that is not right at all. It's not Shin Godzilla.
Well, you tell him, Dan.
Sorry, Tom.
Ooh, shut him down. Who said that? Tom? No, see. Tom in the chat said it with a question mark.
Oh.
See, sorry, Brian, this cold got your head all fucked up. With that Carhartt hat, it's too tight.
And maybe it is.
He said it wasn't Shin Godzilla. It was Shin Godzilla. It was a question.
Well,
that makes all the difference.
I can't raise my voice at the end of my phrases because of my cold.
That sounds like a lame excuse.
True Scar Screamer said Shin Godzilla is much redder and bloodier, just like the shit I took yesterday.
You really need to get that scene about.
Shout out to Spoon Life.
Yeah, here's Godzilla. So, if you love the movie, which personally I fell asleep during it and didn't even bother to finish it, so
it's too wordy. They talk too much.
Oh my god, is what it is. But moving on, we've seen in-package shots of the upcoming NECA Ultimate Deadpool. They first showed it with its Deadpool's creator Rob Liefeld, who seemed to love it. But it's a lot like the original quarter-scale Deadpool we got before, but you get all these new wonderful accessories.
That's that super big one, right?
Yeah, it's quarter scale. It's
that's the one that Steel opened up on a Two-Guy show. Yeah, that thing is fucking huge, man.
You get this wonderful unmasked head sculpt. You get a hat, an alternate head. Here, see some of the pieces here with the little brain sticking out the cap.
It's a nice packaging, man. If you want to keep it in box, it's nice.
What's that snake thing?
I think it's a gun muzzle flash thing. Get a little unicorn.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice collector friendly packaging.
Oh, does he have multiple hats, or what is that? Oh no, that's just a cap for that one. Never mind.
Deadpool wears a lot of hats.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Literally a dome piece.
Into the dome. But yeah, this should be coming out in the foreseeable future. Got a nice little slip cover there. Very well put together. All right. And then in the 1/6 realm, we have the Sideshow Collectibles Luke Cage Hero for Hire.
Looks nothing like him.
Now that I look at it, it looks more like those Gangster Kingdom figures.
So this is supposed to be more of a comic interpretation.
Okay.
Right.
Because I would say total fail if they didn't embroider Carhartt on that jacket.
Yeah. So this is more of a comic.
Yeah. Still. The 90s, the 90s Ramita one?
I don't know. I mean, it's not a Netflix one, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, good on them for
it looks like if anybody knows hip hop, it looks like Bumpy Knuckles right there. So shout out to Bumpy Knuckles. Freddie Fox.
But yeah, that's Luke Cage. Not sure what the release date is on this because I didn't bother to look, but just here to show you guys.
Well, they had an RSVP list. They weren't even taking orders yet, so it may be.
I'll probably just get some feelers out there.
So. Yeah,
and that's kind of smart, I guess. All right, and shout out to $500 because this was announced last week.
Damn, that's a lot of arms.
We have the Doctor Strange Infinity War Hot Toys.
Yep, ordered.
It's a very
Does it come with all those arms?
No, that's a backdrop.
Oh man, that would be so dope if that was something that you just throw on there. And
didn't they make this already?
No, it's a joke, Brent, because people were paying upwards of like $500 for the first release.
Actually, the first release got up to $800.
Wow. Only because of this movie, though, right?
Yep. That's some Quake Wave money right there.
Wow.
Yeah, and there were a lot of people in the 6 scale groups that were like, "I'm thinking about selling my Doctor Strange." And then, like, you waited a day too late, you dipshit.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, I watched a Doctor Strange movie, and I did not like it, but I loved him in Infinity War.
You know, I've rewatched it since Infinity War, and it's such a better story now.
Now that you've seen this, because him and Tony, his character was fucking incredible in Infinity War. I just couldn't stand fucking Doctor Strange.
You needed to have the Doctor Strange movie just to establish who he was, so that they could bring him into Infinity War.
Yeah.
So
I get it, Dan. I've been there before.
Oh, okay.
You know,
looks good, man. Looks good. He's got the Dust Mites hairdo with the grays on the side.
Falling Walnuts. In the recent comics, him and Tony have a very interesting relationship. What
do you mean?
Almost. Tony keeps wanting him to give him a fist bump because he says that they're goatee bros.
Oh, I remember seeing that. Shit's fun.
Is in the comics? Is he? I mean, because one thing I like about these two characters is they're both kind of arrogant, right? So in the comics, do
they still have this in the modern comic? Do they have the same chemistry?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the Doctor Strange seemed very put off by Tony in the comics that I've read of recently. Okay. Did you know there was a Doctor Strange like movie of the week back in the day?
Yeah,
I have never seen.
Who the fuck played it? Who the fuck played him?
The reason I know that is this morning the cast of Arrested Development was on Good Morning America, and the mom on that show, whose name escapes me, was in that back in the day. It was like a movie of the week or whatever.
I'm googling them. It was in '78.
The detail on this figure is, I like how they got the different fabric on the underside of the cape. I mean,
so Brian Prayers are still available if you like.
No, but it's pretty. It's to the nines, man. It's just.
I mean, they were doing Captain America in the '70s too. They had a couple of Captain America movies. Yo, who remembers the Nick Fury with fucking Hasselhoff?
I remember.
Oh yeah.
I will make a comment though that since I have been in the 6 scale hobby, which has only been a couple years, these standard release figures have gone up from about $2.25 to I think he's $270.
Wow. Is it with all the extras that come with it?
I think that's just
there's a lot of effect pieces that come with this guy, and there's a lot of detail that they've really put in.
Well, Chris, you and your approach of you've created more demand for these figures now. And
blame it on Pinkerton.
Pinkerton and Skullface have created a
yes.
Yeah. So I mean, like that guy, the big guy there is was he 400? I don't remember. I have him on something. But like Captain America doesn't come with jack shit really, and he's still that much 267.
I gotta say, man, this figure that is strange, man. They nailed it. They really did.
Yeah,
Holy
the face
shit.
sculpt on this is immaculate.
Yeah. They definitely got the Cabbage Patches fucking whole thing going on there.
Take the cloak off, which is pretty dope. I'd be cool if it's like its own standing piece or whatever.
Yeah.
It has the wires in it.
Got wires in it? Yeah, that would be
cool if it was a sentient being.
Do you think these actors have it in the back of their mind? Like, I can't wait to be in a superhero movie. I'm going to have a figure of myself. It's going to be so awesome.
Well, it was back in the day, even when they were doing like the old 3 3/4 and 6-inch back in the day, you would see like pictures of like an actor in these movies holding that figure, and they were like so proud to have it.
Yeah, I almost think Affleck wanted to be Batman just to get figures of himself.
It is fucking something that you could just, sit back and say, man, I'm an action figure. That's fucking incredible.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but since Justice League kind of fell on its face, they have not opened pre-orders for all those figures they've shown for Hot Toys. There's several of them that like Cyborg.
Oh yeah,
they're probably hanging out with the cast of Valerian, whose Hot Toys they showed. Obviously, they never made. But he comes with a ton of stuff.
He's got a lot of shit. He's got a lot of hands, man.
Yeah.
So a lot of hands, a lot of effect pieces. The Eye of Agamotto, both closed and open.
Don't forget that cardboard backdrop.
And see that right there is kind of a disappointment because I mean you can see like if they do have it laid out like this, it's all bent backwards. It doesn't have the same appeal as, like that. I mean, that by itself, still looks amazing, even though this is just a.
Yeah, imagine they just had that just plugged into the back, and it was all posable arms and hands and shit. That would be so dope.
On that though, I mean, it probably would bump the price up probably another $100 or so. But I mean, I think you could probably get away with that.
Shout out to Crashbox.
Yeah, so that is what I have for you fellas this week, and all you gals that may or may not be watching. I don't know. And
all right, good night, folks.
All right, Dan.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks, Dan, man. Thanks, man.
So I found out pretty early today that we had basically no news.
No news is good news.
No news. So I was sitting at the table.
Are we gonna do? Are we gonna do karaoke tonight?
The breakfast nook?
No, not the breakfast nook. The big table. So,
tonight's not karaoke night, then.
No, it's not.
Rape Shed?
No, not Rape Shed. So Frosted Flakes is putting together a Gundam. Shout out to Paul C once again. And I was, what was I doing? Oh, I was working on some stuff for the 2018 annual Realm of Collectors meetup. That was not very fruitful work, but nonetheless, he said, "Are you guys going to talk about the new Thundercats show that's coming on Cartoon Network?"
Thunder.
The post that was posted in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group 7 times that I had to delete. For multiple posting. So.
Shout out to people not looking before they post. So that got me thinking, what were some remakes or reboots of properties that either fell flat or should never have been made? And then on the flip side, what are some reboots or remakes of properties that well outpaced the original? So we did a little bit of both, huh? Yeah. So we went to the realm here. So let's just go through some of these and we can talk about it and interject. And I'm sure the chat would be more than happy to.
So shout out to the Realm of Collectors. Realm of Collectors. Yeah, I got to do another podcast. Realm of Collectors Facebook group.
That's right.
We posted these questions and this is the answers from the Realm that we're going to go through right now. So shout out to everybody that answered.
Yeah, very interactive today.
Very interactive. So Sam M started us out, and we talked about Godzilla a moment ago, but he said Godzilla 98. I believe that's the Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was bad. Terrible. Yeah, that was bad.
I was in the video industry at the time, and I still didn't watch it.
Yeah, shout out to Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that was not great. I mean, that was the first truly American interpretation of
it.
That.
It did not just bring a bad movie, but it brought a bad soundtrack.
That's when he sampled Kashmir from Led Zeppelin, right?
Yeah. He did the da-da-da.
Okay, yeah. Gotcha. Next up, Paul C says Street Fighter the movie.
Oh, you don't love having Gomez?
Oh, is that the one with fucking
Raul Julia as
yeah, that was his last role.
It was.
Jean-Claude Van Damme and it was in there.
Van Damme. Yeah, Van Damme.
I have to say I've never seen it.
It's not very good.
I saw it in the theater. I want to say it came out at Christmas one year.
I was never a Street Fighter.
I went to the theater and saw it at Christmas. And to the cherry on top of that Sunday is the Chun-Li movie that they made. Did you guys even know they made a Chun-Li movie?
No.
I've heard of it.
Chun-Li, the fat guy from fucking
No. Chun-Li. It was the
that
girl.
dude in jail or something?
I don't know. That guy's got a fucking blast, man.
Yeah, he got busted on some dope stuff, I think.
He's a big sneaker. He's a big sneakerhead.
He was. I don't know if
almost sneakers.
He probably sold it for bail.
So Chun-Li, the Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li, actually starred, I believe, the young lady who
Thighs of Thunder.
She has to have big ass thighs, whoever it is.
Who was she in? So Kristen Kriuk, she was in Smallville.
Mm-hmm.
That's who played Chun-Li.
That's a fail. She's not thick enough.
Nah, you need some fucking thighs, man.
Maybe they CGI'd them in there.
No, they didn't. And if I remember correctly, that was more just like a backstory of Chun-Li. It wasn't really. I don't know if we really even got to the outfit. So moving down here, Jake Bleeker Cobalta says he lists a bunch of stuff. So we'll just go through it one at a time. Predator. So I know there's a new Predator movie coming out. I don't know they've ever really retold the story though. It's really
yeah. They just kind of continued on, man.
Yeah.
Predator 1, Predator 2 was good. Aliens versus Predator was not so good. Predators I thought was really good.
I've actually got that. Shout out once again to Paul C. He sent me a copy of that on DVD to watch.
That's a good movie, man.
And then The Predator, not Ice Cube. Leave Billboard and the editor out of it, but The Predator is the new movie that's coming out. I saw the trailer for that this week.
Yeah, there's some problems with that movie.
No, Ghostbusters obviously had a remake here. Or I don't know if it was a remake or I don't know, retelling of a story. Obviously, that fell flat. That fell very, very flat.
Yeah.
Lucas B mentions, and Jake did as well, RoboCop, the last RoboCop movie. Did you guys see that?
I've never seen it.
I did, and I did not. It was bad.
Like there's decent that actually stars with the Carbon Black. Whatever. Regardless, it's not
Joel
good.
Kinnaman's RoboCop in that.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. I mean, they were trying to do some undertone stuff, talking about society or whatever, but it didn't work.
It reminded me, and I don't know if anybody mentioned this, but I'll mention the Judge Dredd reboot.
That one's good.
Or the second one.
You like that one? You like the one where he goes into that apartment complex with that chick, his partner? Did you like that one?
Did you like it, Dan?
Dan, did you like it? Really?
Yeah, I liked it.
Why?
I don't think it was bad.
All right, that's fine.
I mean,
it's your opinion, man. I ain't gonna hate on you for your opinion.
Yeah, you are.
I didn't like it, but whatever. It sucked.
So, Maryland Phil says Knight Rider, and then someone asked which one they've been to, and he said he didn't realize he meant the reboot with Val Kilmer doing the voice for Kid.
Yes.
Yeah, wasn't it a Mustang or something?
Mustang, the boot.
So there was one where it was like a Mustang GT. Yeah, that was
man.
It was funny. So they did a TV movie for that, and I remember there was supposed to be a big reveal in it, and the big reveal was Michael Knight was in it. But it was so stupid because the credits at the beginning said, and featuring Michael Knight, or David Hasselhoff is Michael Knight. I'm like, well, I guess we know where the fucking surprise is. Told us in the goddamn credits. That one was great.
Gotta keep people watching.
David L lists, let's see, Kung Fu. I don't remember. I'm sure they did a reboot of Kung Fu over the years. I don't remember it, though.
Man, Hollywood is just fucking out of ideas, man. It sucks.
Bionic Woman. Yeah, I remember the Bionic Woman show. It had that chick from Battlestar Galactica in it. Katie, whatever her name is.
Katie Stackhouse.
Actually,
the Starbuck bitch?
Maybe.
The newer one? From the new one?
Yeah. The blonde-headed girl. That
Starbuck bitch.
I actually watched that. I think I watched almost all of that series, and it actually wasn't bad.
The Bionic Woman?
What about that Battlestar Galactica one?
That was great. That was awesome. I really enjoyed that.
That's actually I know it's on the other list. So
it really was a good series.
Did you guys see I know they did a remake of V at one point in time. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, that wasn't good at all, man. I didn't like that at all.
I think the charm of V back in the day was it was so campy, yet it was so creepy, especially us as kids.
Yeah, it was so good. Like there was nothing else like that.
She's having a lizard baby.
Yeah.
That's the two.
Gather around, everybody. She's having a lizard baby.
That's the two things I remember about that is their skin peeling off and then her having the lizard baby.
Yo, see, the best thing about V was it was a mini series. So you had the V mini series. It was a couple of nights. It was one of those NBC movies, and then you had V, The Final Battle, which was like the sequel, and then they did the series where some of the aliens were on the sides of the humans, and there's revolution. It was like a Earth Star Wars, you know what I mean? There's rebellion and stuff, and Michael Ironside was in that shit, you know what I mean? It was fucking bad, but so good.
It was bad,
so good. I have it all on the hard drive. I watched.
So Alex M mentions the 2000s He-Man reboot. I did never watch any. That was the Four Horsemen toys came out of that.
Wait.
I guess that's what the Four Horsemen. Yeah, that Four Horsemen, the ones that are doing Mythic Legions.
Wait, they made the figures for that? The 2000 reboot?
Look at them. They're
Oh wow, I didn't realize.
I never watched a minute of that. Did you guys?
It's good.
No, I didn't watch
crazy at the end with the Snake Men crap, but before that, it was pretty awesome, actually.
I didn't watch it at all. Agent H says the A-Team. You know, they did that movie with with Qui-Gon Jinn and Rampage Jackson.
Wasn't that a WWE?
And Rocket the Raccoon was in it.
Yeah, Rocket the Raccoon was in it. And, I don't think that was a WWE production.
It had like 20 wrestlers in it.
And this is what I'm saying about like Hollywood. Is it really that bad? I mean, I remember like in the 90s, like, man, everything was so fresh and you had so many new ideas. It's like, where are all these writers and the directors? Is Hollywood afraid to take a chance?
Yeah. They're afraid to
Is Hollywood afraid to take a chance with their money and put it into, like, remember Miramax Films and all these indie film fucking places that where you get your Tarantino's from and your Favreau's and all these great directors and writers and taking chances on these guys and making such good movies. It's like nowadays it's like if it's not a fucking reboot or something that's been done before, or a KO of something that's done before, like Hollywood doesn't want to take that chance. It sucks.
Yeah, well, it does. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just the age of how things go, right? So
they're just relying on nostalgia. They're relying on nostalgia to sell tickets.
So our generation's got the disposable income, so they expect it to be a quick hit for big money. And so I mean, think about it. If you're not making a superhero movie, dude, you're not making these $1 billion weekends or all this other shit.
I just remember back like in the 90s, like they were low budget films but they were fucking incredible in it, and they made a lot of money. Your Reservoir Dogs, you know what I mean? Your Reservoir Dogs came out. The movie was made fucking with shit, and it was such a fucking great flick, and it set a tempo in the 90s. It just sucks to be someone who's a fan of film right now because there's nothing out there, and everybody wonders why I'm so hard on shit, man. There's nothing out there. So
just so you know, there's a Reservoir Dogs.
It's a rant. I'm sorry.
No. What Reservoir Dogs? 1992. Quentin Tarantino had an all-star cast: Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Chris Penn. God, remember Chris Penn? Steve Buscemi, Michael Madsen.
You decided out of the blue.
Yeah. It's regarded as a classic independent film and was named the greatest independent of all time by Empire Magazine.
Started the revolution.
It's a modest success in the U.S., grossing $2.8 million against its $1.2 million budget. What most people don't realize is Tarantino made this movie just to make enough money to make Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
this literally was a device to make that in the next movie. Yep. That's the entire reason.
I remember when Tarantino was like,
don't point that gun at my daddy.
Remember when Tarantino became like the talk of the town? Now it's like after that.
Yeah. Well, and the one thing about Tarantino, as much as I love him, I hate him because he is a film buff and he does steal a lot from other films. And
absolutely.
He does do homages and put does things, but he has the eye. He has the eye, and he has that nostalgic feel to everything. Like I hated that. I watched The Hateful Eight, and I didn't like it the first time I watched it.
I have yet to watch that movie.
I went back and I watched it, and the cinematography in that fucking movie was fucking incredible. Just sitting back, watching in widescreen and seeing what was going on and the twists and everything. Really good fucking movie. Really fucking good. Really good. And like, I mean, he still got it.
So William D says McHale's Navy, starring Tom Arnold.
What was the one with Steve Martin? Was that McHale's Navy? Steve Martin played. That wasn't it. There was so many bad fucking remakes.
No, I don't think so. Let's see what else. Hung says I am number 4, which I'm not familiar with that.
He's probably just in line.
Let me see here. He's probably in line at the deli.
I'm 4.
He was getting his cold cuts.
That was a film.
Appetizing fucking counter.
But I don't know that it was a. Is it a remake though? I don't know. Let's move on here. Let's see. Paul C says The Clash of the Titans, which was pretty lousy.
Yeah. I mean,
you guys see that, guys? Yeah, it was a classic. I mean, I
just think how many fucking this is what Hollywood is, man.
So once again, that is something that was a classic because it was so campy. And here you come with this, making it with better. I don't know. The claymation just made it. Total. Did you guys see the new Total Recall? I think it had Colin
Farrell.
I like it. I mean,
I don't remember it.
It's not better. It doesn't have the same flair that the Arnold one has, but I mean, it's a decent watch.
Is it just a remake, or is it like a different?
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Get Your Ass to Mars type shit.
No, I think it tries to take itself more seriously than.
But does it happen on Mars, and then they have to make the environment on Mars? And
I don't think. I don't remember.
Okay.
Dust, you mentioned the Magnum PI trailer. I'm not aware of
that.
Yeah,
it just dropped this week, man.
Is it a TV show?
Yeah, Magnum PI. They're doing another TV show.
I gotta look this up. Magnum PI reboot.
Do it. It's up there with. I mean, I know the Hawaii 5-0 is getting a lot. It gets good ratings and it's still going. But man, really,
Let's read this. You better break out your old Magnum PI DVD sets and give them a rewatch because you might be in for some disappointment. CBS has released a first look at its revival, and well, it doesn't exactly look like the old Tom Selleck version. Jay Hernandez, who was last time I saw Jay Hernandez, he was in Suicide Squad as what was his character's name? Suicide.
Oh, the fire guy.
No, he's not fire. No, the fire guy.
Because you heard Hernandez, you just assumed that it was the fire guy.
Diablo. Signaling there will be more modern, grounded, and hip take on the Private Eye series. So,
what's next? A reboot of Simon and Simon?
Yeah, it is Diablo.
Is the Rockford Files going to come back?
Oh, hey, what about
gentlemen? Tonight on CBS, we have a new version of Alice.
How about
what about Hunter? It works for me.
Followed by Trapper John, MD.
Ladies and gentlemen, the facts of life. You take the good, you take the bad,
you take them all, and then you have
a
ball
of wax.
So yeah, man. I mean, we could come up with 1,000 fucking remakes right now that we would probably want to see, but it's just gonna be the same garbage.
EE Prime drops a list here. So here we go. Planet of the Apes with the Mark Wahlberg version.
Yeah, that one's bad.
That was garbage. 2009 Friday the 13th.
Yeah, but you know what? The best thing about it, they bounced back and made a great series after that.
The 2017 Mummy movie with Tom Cruise.
Didn't even bother watching that.
Dude, they're dropping some killers in the chat. Falcon and the Snowman. But they already did MacGyver. Hill Street Blues, Remington Steele, Airwolf,
MacGruber. So he mentions the Karate Kid with Jaden Smith.
I was gonna think of that one. Yeah.
And then the rest of it we've all heard of.
Danny V said they might as well redo Webster.
What a disappointment the G.I. Joe movie franchise was.
Yeah.
I like the second one.
Oh, only because of Dwayne Johnson, right?
No. I mean, he's fine, but I mean, I like Cobra Commander in it.
Yeah, if you cherry pick through some scenes, there's some good stuff in both of them.
I mean, just that the whole way they take over the world, that shit was fucking ingenious. The bit with the president fucking launching the nukes.
Zartan being the president. And,
No, I'm not saying it wasn't. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I know from a monetary standpoint, it didn't do what they wanted to. So let's talk a little bit about this Thundercats. So Kevin S says, I feel this was a catalyst for this discussion, and you were damn right. That's exactly where this came from.
I didn't look at the promo video that was out, but I saw some of the stills and saw some of the art for it, and I'm just like, yeah, they're going that route. Super Kitty
literally came out of nowhere.
Super Kitty, get it? Super Kitty, no. Kitty, Kitty, not Kitty. All right, whatever. Keep going.
I'm trying to pull up some.
The dander on this fucking thing was crazy.
Shout out to Dander.
So I mean, it looks like literally like everything else that's currently in the Cartoon Network.
Well, that's
Brammer's mad. Brammer's mad that you skipped his list.
Who is?
Brammer.
I don't think I've gotten to his list yet.
Yeah, so calm down, Nick.
I had a whole.
There you go. Calm your tits. Calm your tits. We're almost there. Let me just get down to Brammer before he drives up here and smacks me in the mouth. SWAT.
We have that.
Which I'm assuming you're talking about the movie with.
No, there's a TV show too.
Colin Farrell.
Jesus Christ! I just opened this. So Hawaii 5-0, which Look, I was never a huge fan of the old show. I know the new show has got James Caan's boy in it, but past that, and the guy from Lost. That's all I can tell you about it. Yeah. New Star Trek films. All things considered, I can tolerate the new Star Trek films more than any other Star Trek that's out there.
I don't mind the reboots. I like what they did. They're rewriting shit, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm not hating.
You don't like the Brendan Fraser mummy movies?
Those are great.
At least they were good for the time. They were really good. Spider-Man with Dennis Leary. Which Spider-Man was Dennis Leary?
He played
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was
Captain Stacy. Yeah,
he played Gwen Stacy's father.
Yeah, those were terrible.
Yeah. This is Mason mentioned this when we were eating dinner, and I told him to drop it in here. Teen Titans Go. But
I was so disappointed when that came out.
I'm gonna tell you something. I told him, we were talking about it. I said it's awful, but it's great at the same time. It's awful because I'm gonna tell you something. I think that's all Cartoon Network plays because it's always fucking on.
Yeah. Isn't that the same route they're going with this new Thundercat shit?
That's what I've heard. Is that what it is?
It's supposed to be very, very similar to that formula.
I say it's bad just because of the formula, and it completely waters down and destroys these characters. But on the other spectrum, and we'll get to it later, it opens a lot of people and a lot of young people and maybe their parents even up to who the hell these characters are.
In that little short, the guy said something that made me laugh. He's like, I've been watching these with my brothers, and the world that they come from just lends itself to comedy. And I was like, it does? This looks like comedy to you? With your stupid thing on the top of your head? Fucking
yeah. You have to watch the background, because the background is where all the jokes are. Like, there's so many references to other things in there it's
that quick shit. It's that quick shit,
It's not so much the characters on screen themselves. I mean, it's great that they have the original cast, but
I rewatched.
It's all like it's a little Easter eggs that's just put in, throughout the show that make it.
I mean, I rewatched Thundercats a couple years ago when Matty Collector was putting that out, right? So they were on Amazon. I watched the whole gamut of them, and it had some humor to it, but it didn't scream to me. It's like, oh, that's what this show was all about.
No, not at all. But
a lot of good messages for people who have young kids. Make them watch Thundercats.
But the animation was
outstanding,
fucking incredible, man. The animation, the voice acting, everything, man. Everything about that show was great. Storylines were kind of
my moral compass, to be honest.
But,
nicely done.
Another one that, and I watched the original, back, I guess, when Cartoon Network originally started their original stuff back in, I guess, the 90s, is the Powerpuff Girls. And they did a remake of it here recently, and it was very much in that screaming and fart jokes 5-year-old format, and it didn't really last long.
Oh, really? I didn't know they canceled it.
Like I said, I think from what I've actually heard, Cartoon Network still drive everybody to use their app to watch all their shows. So they literally play Teen Titans Go like 20 hours a day. And like 4 hours a day. Yeah, there's 25 hours. 4 hours a day is other stuff. So, and Mason also mentioned the Ben 10 series, which they've remade about a half a dozen times.
Wow, that's still going?
Well, they keep remaking it in this newest.
Holy shit, man! Sidebar. People in the chat, how many of you watch Cartoon Network regularly? I just want to know this for my own personal data collecting.
Dan's collecting data, by the way.
Let's see. Danny V mentions Avatar. The movie was just so awful compared to the anime. I'll call it even was phenomenal. I watched it all the way through.
So someone's saying in this chat that there's no Panthro in here.
Yeah, he's chilling in Wakanda.
Oh, maybe Panthro has ties to that. Has ties to Earl. What's his name? Who was on the Cosby Show and is too soon. Maybe that's why.
Adult Swim and Toonami. A lot of people watch Adult Swim.
Yeah, no, because I just saw
Chat Wingham doesn't have cable.
No, I just saw a comment in there.
I almost got it on the aerial.
That he hopes whatever.
Put some tinfoil on it.
Yeah. All right. On the flip side, we ask about things that have been remade and properties have outpaced the original. So, Marilyn Phil mentions that Transformers Prime surpassed the Bayformers films.
Yeah. A good show, man. Transformers Prime is a good show.
Is that the one that had like? Did it have Cliff Jumper in like the first episode and The Rock?
Yeah, it starts off a little kiddie and cheesy, but when you get a couple of seasons in, it gets a little bit more darker. There is a lot of character development in there, and towards the end, it just got fucking crazy, man. Great, really dark shit. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it.
Greg S says Westworld is better than the 74 film. The show,
of course. Yeah, man. The first season of Westworld was incredible.
I have not seen it.
I've heard it. Man. I need to
watch it. I mean, it's like a what the fuck am I watching through like 8 episodes, and then in like, oh my god, it all comes together at the end.
I have requested it to be put on Ace Flick, so hopefully soon.
Yeah. You still fucking with that shit?
Yeah, dude. I'm watching the
just get an Amazon fucking Fire Stick and just set up a fucking Cody amp on there, man.
Me and the boys are using your Dust Flicks to watch the X-Men cartoon.
It's still up there?
Yep. Don't take it down.
Oh, okay.
Because we're watching through the.
I didn't know I still had that up there. I thought I killed my Plex.
It's funny. It's the episode you have up there. I'm pretty sure it's from Australia because at the there's only one commercial break and it says, and now for part B of the X-Men.
Yeah, so they are VHS rips on that one, but yeah, man, I didn't know I still had my Plex shit up there.
Greg says the Spider-Man Homecoming over the Seabiscuit one, which is pretty damn clever.
I really like Spider-Man 2 a lot.
Spider-Man 2 with Elektra?
No, Spider-Man 2 Speed Seabiscuit.
Oh, well, I mean that at the time was the best comic book movie ever made.
Yeah,
with
Doc Ock.
I think it still holds.
What? What? Oh, the original, the Spider-Man. Oh yeah, that was great. That was a great fucking movie, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the third is where the fucking
the rails come off on the third.
Yeah, there's too much going on. 2 was really fucking good. That Doc Ock was great, man. What's his name that played
Alfred
him?
Molina.
Yeah, he was fucking on point, man. It really fucking was really good.
So EE Prime brings us a list on this side of stuff he enjoyed. Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's a 92 movie.
Is that Brammer Stoker's Dracula?
Yeah, it's Brammer Stoker's Dracula.
Bram Strokes coming to TFCon near you.
Yes.
The Bram Strokes, is that like the vinegar strokes?
No, he's just stroking he's stroking a credit card in this slot where a fucking
I thought he meant he had
key card is supposed to go in. That's what it is.
Well, maybe we should really address the fact that we're going to be in Chicago again.
God.
Do we need to assign someone? We need to assign our shifts.
Hide your 20-year-old.
He's bringing the wife.
Hide your 21-year-old.
Bringing the wife. Okay, if he's bringing the wife, my hands. Hey,
no, it's all on her. It's all on her.
He was joking last week. He's gonna have one of those like toddler cords around his wrist.
Sounds about right.
With a barf bag under his arm.
So the next EE Prime brings up Ocean's 11, which if you've ever seen the old one with the Rat Pack,
good stuff.
I did.
You didn't like the old original?
I didn't, but I will tell you, I cherish the new. The
new ones were good too, man. I love those movies. That made me want to go back and watch the original.
Well, that's why I watched the original. I had to hunt it down at the time. I was working I was a district manager for a video chain up in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I think this video store had movies from the 50s actually in there. Like literally, they'd been there.
But did we need Ocean's 13 though?
Dude, that movie is so fucking good.
Dude,
Ocean's 13? You really like 13?
The nose plays.
The nose
plays.
Yeah.
These are heavy bikes. See you, Dan. Have fun painting your mom.
All right, 3-man fucking show.
Painting your mom. I love Ocean's 13, man.
The first person to donate $10 right now can have his get on into the realm.
$100. Also, I hunted down Ocean's 11 too, the original. Dude, that thing had a twist on the end. I was like, what?
I haven't seen it in so long. I don't remember. I just remember it was a chore to get through it.
Older movies, they are a little bit older, a little bit more of a way to get in there and just. But you got to take it for what it is. Keep the time frame. The acting was okay at the time, but we don't have everything that we have now. But I love old school movies.
And they're doing it the Ghostbusters style. They're gonna do an all woman.
They're doing Ocean's 8, which I don't think is actually of any relation. But dude, I love a good caper movie. I won't lie.
Yeah.
If they're using that similar format, I'm interested in that.
And Sandra Bullock is running the show.
That's right. Good old Sandy. Yeah. Let's see, what else does Eric list here? Well, he digs deep here. The 86 Fly, The Fly. I don't remember I've never seen the.
What, Jeff Goldblum?
I've seen that one, but I've never. If there's one prior to that, I'm not aware of it.
Oh, it's from the 50s.
Okay, there's no telling that. The 1998 Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan playing both roles. You think that's better than the Patty Mills version? That's debatable. King Kong in 2005. Never seen that.
That thing.
Oh, that was the one with Jack Black, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The dude with the big schnoz. What's
that thing was
with the big nose? What's it do with the big nose? Schnozola? What's his name?
Let's look him up. King Kong.
He was the pianist or the pianist.
Aiden, the guy that was in
Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody. Yo, he was great in The Village. You guys see The Village?
I love The Village.
Fucking dope.
Played
what a twist! Guy. What a twist!
Yeah. Dude, Bryce Dallas Howard blind.
Yeah, man. I wasn't hating on it because you know why? That King Kong movie, they made it reminiscent to the old school. It had that old school feel. Like when you watched it, it was new graphics, new CGI and all that, but it still felt old school. Like I was watching like the 30s flick, it was really good stuff.
Hey, Brink, would you like to run into a blind Bryce Dallas Howard in the woods?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, just figured you would.
I don't know.
Let's see, what else does he miss? I know this is actually mentioned several times here. Is Battlestar Galactica, the 04 version? I guess. How did that play out? Was it a movie that rolled into a TV show? Or
yeah.
I've never seen the second of that. I know it was very popular, but
watch it, man! It was a really good series, man.
On the Sci-Fi Channel or something like
that. Yeah, it kind of lost a little bit towards the end, and I think they pulled the plug a little early, so they had to rush things a little bit.
They said fracking a lot. I've heard fracking.
Yeah. It was
remember that too.
Really good, guys. Watch it, man. It's a good watch. You'll enjoy.
Just because you make up curses doesn't mean you're not cursing.
Fracking. Fracking is
saying it.
That's right. What about Mad Max Fury Road, man? That's a damn good movie.
I didn't like it.
You didn't love really?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I love it. I think it's great. Of course, you mentioned Spider-Man: Homecoming, and then Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the beginning of the new series.
So we're doing the good remakes, right?
Yeah, we're in the good land. Now.
We're in the good land.
What people are saying is good.
Good land.
Paul C mentions WWE NXT, which is funny. So anybody that doesn't know, NXT is kind of the farm system for the WWE shows that are on USA. It's a online only show, but truth be told, a lot of the time it is better than what's on TV.
So if you popped in right now, we're going through the better part.
Right, things that have been improved by remakes or reboots.
Yes.
Paul mentions the IDW Transformers comics. I know there's a lot of contention on that in this room.
Well, personal relationships aside, the stories are pretty good.
Hold on a second. I'm going to take a selfie.
Why? Yeah.
All right. There we go. I'm going to post it on Instagram right now.
It was pretty good all the way up to Dark Cybertron. Of course, that's pretty much what I read through.
Yeah, that's where I dropped to also. So I was all in until Dark Cybertron came.
The finale of that was kind of sucky, but
I kind of like the other book too, man. I like the whole the way, and this is like the way the government was breaking down, and Decepticons weren't fighting Autobots anymore, and everybody had to learn how to get together, and Bumblebee was in charge, and they tried to build a Senate, and it was really good stuff. I really enjoyed that a lot.
And the stuff building up to More Than ECI and
building up to it.
Yeah, building up to it, like all that stuff on Earth with the escalation and the infiltration, whatever. I loved all that stuff and all the one-off. I gotta tell
you, my favorite series. Awesome. The Spotlights were great too. My favorite comic book series, more newer comics. I loved the Dreamwave stuff, like the War Within.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
And then like they got until that, I forgot what the name it was. It was that one series, and it just fucking died. It just stopped. You never got an end to it.
It was the War Within, wasn't it?
No, it was after that. It was
No, yeah, there was what 3.
It was over. They were bringing like Galvatron was in the Netherverse or something like that, and
I don't remember.
They just fucking
I've
killed
got
it,
them somewhere.
I remember the main title.
I got it on all digital.
The main title ended right before Optimus Prime returned. Like the issue before that, they're like, "Guess who's coming back?" I'm like, "Yes." Yeah. And then the fucking title. I remember going back to the store. I'm like, "Where's the thing?" They're like, "We don't know." I'm like,
that fucking company just was like, "We're out."
Like fucking 86 all over again. God damn,
son, you ain't getting no ending.
But there's an interesting topic that popped up. Rob M asked, "Where's it at? Damn it."
And one of the War Within series did not finish as well as part of that.
That's what it was.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It was War Within, but it was a sub series.
Yeah, it's like the Dark Ages or something like
that.
The Dark.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. What a great fucking book.
So Rob M asks us a little bit of a sidebar here. What movie scared you the most of anything you've ever seen?
I think we discussed this before with me on this podcast.
Mine, I don't know if I have or not. Mine's Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, when he puts the worms in their ears. Wow. I had nightmares about that as a child, and I still won't watch it just because it's creepy as fuck.
When I was a kid, my aunt took me to see Close Encounters, thinking it was like a kid's movie, and it was not. The fact of a little child being pulled through a dog door to an alien killed me, and the fact that the big grays with the big heads. You know what I mean? The aliens with the grays. Fucking, I would see them in my house growing up as a kid. Now remember, I'm a 70s baby. I think Close Encounters was 77, so I'm probably 6 when she took me to see this fucking movie. So, or 5. I think I was 5 when she taking me to see this fucking movie. So, yeah, for days and years, I seen these fucking aliens like poking their heads around fucking doorways and shit like that. Really fucked me up as a kid. For a while.
For me, it was Gremlins. Gremlins fucking scared me. Fucking shit with those fucking little guys. Sometimes when I'm alone in this house and I hear something, I wonder if there's a shadow.
What are you doing after midnight over there, Brink?
I locked the fridge.
Yeah. And Rob Milton said that's what happened with me in Signs. Signs was crazy, bro.
Dude, I'm trying to remember the end of that movie. I mean, I've seen it. It's just been a very long time.
Dude, I mean, honestly, man, some of the fucking scenes in Signs, when they see the cornstalk and you see the leg just turn out. Yep. Oh, man. And that was my first M. Night Shyamalan movie I ever seen.
Really? You saw that before you saw Sixth Sense?
Yeah. I didn't see Sixth Sense. And then I got the DVD and I was watching at home and I was single. This is right after me and my ex split. So I was single at the time and I'm watching. And I'm like, I stopped it. I just stopped. I couldn't watch it anymore. Because if you go back to Close Encounters, anything with aliens in my life fucks my head up. You ever see Communion with Christopher Walken?
I have not.
Oh, Communion. It's an alien flick. It's with Christopher Walken. And the aliens take him. They've been taking him since he was a kid. So he's in his country home. And the aliens are taking him again. He's an adult. And he's sitting up in his bed. And the alien looks comes out around the dresser. And he can't move. But he just says, I could see you. And Christopher Walken, I could see you. I have a really bad Christopher Walken. Every once in a while I can do a good one. But with the big black eyes, man. Oh God. So ever since that these flicks all through the years just fuck with me. They just fuck with me. I really think I've been taken away by big black aliens with gray eyes. Not gray aliens with black eyes. It's black aliens with gray eyes.
Wow.
Nothing on that one?
I never watched a lot of horror movies as a kid, so I'm just trying to think if there's any other things. Like, for instance, the movie E.T. puts me through all emotions when I watch it.
I cried as a kid. E.T. was 83, so I
just watched that last Friday night. Yeah, and it made me cry. But there's also the point when he like discovers him in that little like hay patch or whatever. Fucking shit's scary as hell.
Sorry, guys, I lost my place here. I'm trying to find the.
Yeah, I went on an alien tangent, man.
No, and I lost.
Gray aliens will fucking kill you. And what was that one where there was another one? They did another alien movie that was fucked up, where the guy gets and they alien probe him in his ass and.
Oh, South Park first episode.
No, it wasn't South Park.
Yep,
A Fire in the Sky. Fire in the Sky is another one that fucked me up. Ugh. I could do slasher flicks. I could do Jasons. I could do fucking all that shit. I just can't fuck with the aliens.
Crazy. Yeah.
I can't fuck with the aliens. As a kid, I used to lay there and I lived in Brooklyn and I'm like, we lived close to fucking JFK. We were like right on the border of Queens and Brooklyn. Like JFK was right there. And I would see the planes going at night and I was thinking they were UFOs when I was a kid. So yeah, crazy shit, man.
You know, growing up where I did, there's a military base where they do testing for the space program. So we always saw some crazy shit in the sky.
Wow, I'm sure. Oh man,
where they can, and
it's a wonder why I love sci-fi so much.
Right?
It's crazy. See,
Yep.
You see that connection,
There's
Good sci-fi. I could watch a sci-fi with a big 7-foot tall furry guy, but if it's a white head with black eyes looking at me, I just can't do it.
Can't get
Kills
in
me.
on it.
Yeah, it kills me.
Yep.
Little grays probing you and shit.
Here we go. So I found it. I'm sorry, it took me a minute. They're so active in the freaking round today. Thanks to everybody that posts on a regular basis.
Yeah, thank you guys very much.
Keep it rolling here. Let's see. Marilyn Phil mentions John Carpenter's version of The Thing took the original concept to a whole new level. I can't say I've really ever seen that.
Yeah. It was another 50s movies from another movie from the 50s that they redid, and yeah, he really did it well.
Iron Claw says the first Texas Chainsaw remake was solid, updated, scary, and intense. It was one of the first remakes, but it was solid.
Is that the one with the all right guy in it? Is that the one?
Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah, he was in.
Yeah, he was.
No, he was.
No, that was in 2.
He was in like one of the original ones.
Yeah, it was called Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yeah,
and it was like the family, and he was in that one. That goes back way long, man. That's a fucking really cheesy movie, man. It's a bad movie.
So Greg from Mercy mentioned Star Trek: The Next Generation was better than the original. I would say that it was, because I think the technology was there to really create that world by that point, and it not being on a broadcast, that was syndicated from the get-go. So they had the freedom to kind of explore a little further out than they would have if it had been, say, on a major network, in my opinion. Did you guys watch The Next Generation?
Yeah, man. Me and my dad watched it.
Yeah, I loved it, man. Loved it. There was a lot of fiction that came out from there.
I didn't watch it religiously, but I watched it on a regular basis.
I was a huge fan of Deep Space Nine too, but I didn't like the Voyager. I didn't get into Voyager much.
Is it because there was a girl captain? Is that what?
No, not at all. It had nothing to do with it. Deep Space Nine was great because of the way the space station was kind of like Casablanca. It was like the Casablanca in space. And
shout out to Major Kira too.
It was like every race could come there, but if you were at war with someone, it was a neutral spot. You know what I mean? So it was like Casablanca in space, and it just really cool shit. And then they went to war with the Dominion and stuff like that. It was just a lot of character building, a lot of stories. Good shit. I'm gonna go back and redo those, man. That's definitely got to be on the fucking list for rewatch.
Yeah, we got another vote for Mad Max, Planet of the Apes, the Nolan Batman movies. I mean, that was obviously it was a different direction than the ones before. Batman and Robin and Batman Forever obviously were off the fucking rails. So it was definitely more of a serious approach, and I think more towards the fiction. Ninja Turtles is a good subject to bring up because it's been redone so many times. And
yeah, it was like 4 times.
4 or 5. I think they've just redone it again. I mean,
well, I'm not counting. Are you talking comic? I mean, cartoon, or just live action?
Really, I mean, they hadn't. I don't know.
How many cartoon iterations do we have?
I'm asking Mason right now. How many times has Nickelodeon done Ninja Turtles? Nickelodeon has done it 3 times. They've done it 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus the original.
Okay, so he said that I think Nickelodeon bought that franchise.
So Nickelodeon did it 3 times plus the original franchise.
Yeah, and plus there's been countless movies too.
Yeah, they did the movies over like 3 times, twice.
Well, no, the original. I mean, they did. Let's see, they did the original. We'll say the Vanilla Ice movies, and then they did.
Let's call it the Ice trilogy.
Right, and then in the late 2000s. Like 2008, 2009, they did a animated movie, which actually is really fucking good. I remember actually Mason and I went and saw in the theater. And then they did this last reboot with Megan Fox, which is, I don't know, man. I mean, they're fine.
I didn't hate the first entry in the reboot. I think I saw it. I didn't hate it. That one that came out last year, was it?
I just don't know why they had to make them look like the way they look.
I never seen the second one, but I thought it got into more of the cartoon lore.
That second one was bad.
Then they had Bebop, Rocksteady, and they had the Fly Doctor, whatever the fuck his name was.
It was Baxter Stockman.
Yeah,
I like almost walked out on that one. That was really bad.
Yeah. So I mean that's
that Arrow guy who played Casey Jones. He's horrible.
Oh yeah, Stephen Amell.
So. Did he wear a shirt? Did he wear a shirt?
Sometimes.
Right, great.
It was a stretch. So I'll the Ninja Turtles, man. I mean, honestly, they keep doing it, and kids keep buying the toys. So they're gonna keep on trucking with that, so to speak. So we're out of stuff here, guys. So we're gonna wrap up a little early tonight. Give you back some of your time here. So short cast, short show.
Yeah, man, we were dropping like flies here, man. Like 1, 2, 3, done.
I'd like to thank everybody in the realm that contributed to our list, and everybody in the chat here tonight that contributed as well. Brink, you want to run down all these fine folks that were talking with us tonight?
Absolutely.
I see some new faces and some faces I haven't seen in a while, man. So thank you guys for popping in the chat.
Make sure you hit that thumbs up button real quick for us.
Yeah, man. All right. We got Walter in here. We got Rob M, Danny. I wrote down Rob M twice. Nice. All right. Adrian from Australia was in here. Cabalta, chat winging them. EE Prime 20. Antoine Mega 81. Rogue War 71. TF Hot Rod. We had Masterpiece of Peace. Nick in here. Gabriel. Chris G. Ralph L was in here. Riverbots. Riverbots just joined the Facebook group.
Yeah, man. Riverbots, you sent me a friend request, but man, I'm not gonna accept anybody that I don't know what the fuck you're doing, man.
Yeah, same thing here, Riverbots.
You know, I mean, it's no disrespect, but you know, Riverbots, really, I don't know who you are. So,
but thanks for being in here and give us that thumbs up while you're.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for showing up for the show.
Now that we're done talking shit.
All right.
Ain't none, you know, I ain't saying you can't watch the realm and be part of the realm, and just don't get feelings if I don't hit that like button.
All right.
Feelings.
We got KJ Smith, Frogman 78.
Frogman.
BC Fresh, Sunday Heat, Ed F. We had Tom B Jr. in here. And we had one, let's see if I can pronounce this right, but it's Most Devs, I believe.
Nice.
He's brand new here, first time watching.
Welcome,
Dust, he thinks your collection is the best. Of
course, thank you very much, Most Dev. Thank you.
He's a Robots guy, so he might be biased.
Robots.
Shout out to the Robots.
We got Paul S in here, the True Star Screamer MP Collector. Jedi Mindset, David L, Frank H, Lucas B, Frank K, Soundwave Will, Sportimus is in here, Trent's 5, the Intangible Cog, Charles, Greg for Mercy popped in, Joe V, Mervine 48, the Master Hoarder was here, Craig R, Toddzilla 85.
What up, Todd?
Brad D, and Paul C was in here.
Was it? That's it. Paul C was in here.
Yeah.
Sportimus is in here. Chuck. Yeah, Chuck. Frank Harvey.
Yep. Frank H.
I wasn't listening. So doesn't matter.
All right.
You just rambling.
Did I miss Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck came in. Chuck
30 popped in? Or are
no,
you talking about
no. I'm talking
Classic Fanatics Charles.
What up, Chuck?
I got him.
All right, cool.
There you go. All right. Brink, where are you at?
Yo, Brian Brink in the Facebook group, Sprinkleizer on Instagram. I got an idea for a picture. Might come out here as long as the rain stays away.
And he's at your local Walgreens at the antihistamine.
Oh, you got that damn right straight. Yeah, if it's not done by Wednesday, I'm gonna be visiting the doctor.
Dude, I thought it was over last week and it just came back, man.
Yeah,
my throat is sore. I've been coughing.
Can I have a 40 ounce of Benadryl, please?
It's gonna be a 40 ounce.
I'm gonna sleep for 4 days. When I wake up, I'll feel phenomenal.
Let me get the 40 Benadryl, please.
There we go. Dust.
Yo. Dust Mites on Instagram. Eddie Dust Mites in the Facebook groups. Dust Mites on Xbox. And don't forget, check out the Cobra Law podcast called Welcome to the Terradrome. Recording tonight again. We have the homie Vanderslice is going to be a guest tonight. So that show will go live Friday on YouTube and all iTunes and all your podcasts, pod memes, pod, Android shit. So that's it.
Well.
Man, another one. Chris.
I am Pinkerton on Instagram. Christopher Pinkerton on the good book because that's what my mama named me. Crashbox Customs on all your social media. Don't forget Instagram. You can win a Mezco Ascending Knight Batman. You can win a accessory pack from Crashbox, and you can win a custom piece of art from Crashbox featuring tags from none other than professional graffiti artist Just One.
Hey, Chris, what are the rules?
What are the rules for this?
So the rules are pretty straightforward. So you need to follow Crashbox Customs. That's at Crashbox Customs. You need to follow the Realm of Collectors at Realm of Collectors. You need to repost my picture of the collage that's on my page and on the Realm of Collectors page, and hashtag it with, I believe it's hashtag Crashbox 1K giveaway and hashtag Realm of Collectors. And the winner will be chosen next Monday on Memorial Day. So,
see, the one thing about it is like with regran, you can't, because it's multiple picks, you can't regran it because of the multiple picks. So you have to just use the first one.
Right. No, that's all. I did that on purpose.
Okay.
So just the first was a collage, and then I put the individual pictures just to
awesome. All right. So just to put that out.
Also, Crashbox is doing custom 1/12 scale boxes. So if you want some boxes with your pictures with your logo,
yeah, I saw that.
You want Wayne Enterprises or Stark Industries or hashtag fuck J Ruse, whatever you want. I'll get Dust some of those.
Give me five orders of those, please.
Yeah. Good to go. So,
a whole case of fuck J Ruse.
That's gonna wrap us up tonight. I might go live in the Facebook group with some Crashbox stuff. I'm working on a new project. I know people like to watch me.
Awesome. Now, do we? If anybody in the chat wants us to post a link for a hangout, I'll post it up. You guys want to come in here? Then by all means.
Yep, we'll post a link up for that. So that'll wrap us up tonight.
Super early
for joining us. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and we appreciate that. I'm done talking.
All right, guys. Don't forget, we got a little anniversary coming up, so keep looking out for what we're doing with that. And that's it. Jisk, you want to take us out?